Joe Biden said that he was not going to pardon his son if he was charged, but he lied, and he did. He pardoned his son. I'm not surprised. Are you surprised? You shouldn't be, because like Childish Gambino said, this is America.
He can't say that.
Sir, you can't
Is he
say
allowed
that.
to say
I'll say
that?
it louder.
Here we have an article from CNN. It says, President Biden pardons his son, Hunter Biden. The article reads, President Joe Biden announced Sunday that he has pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, who faced sentencing this month for federal tax and gun convictions, marking a reversal as he prepares to leave office. Today, I signed the pardon for my son, Hunter, the president said in a statement. It is a full and unconditional pardon. Now, this doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me as a father, and it doesn't surprise me as an American citizen. We know that there's a two-tier justice system here. Regardless if anybody wants to talk about it, me and you, today, we're going to talk about it. We know that in communities all across America, people are treated differently. It doesn't matter if it's because of the color of your skin or your socioeconomic class. We know that there are the haves and the have-nots. And a lot of times, we see stories over and over where the haves have been pardoned or have been given leniency for things that they've done, while the have-nots have to feel the full burden and the weight of their responsibilities, whether it be community service, whether it be jail time, whatever it ends up being. We know that there are different consequences for different people. And sometimes it's on race, and sometimes it's just your socioeconomic status. But this is America, and this does happen. What doesn't surprise me the most about this pardon is Joe Biden's a father. He's the president of the United States, the most powerful person in this country, and he's 81. He's on his way out the door, literally and figuratively in terms of him being up there in age. Joe Biden has already lost a son, right? Beau Biden. He passed away. On his way out the door as the president, he has the power to pardon his son of any crimes, which he did from 2014 till December 1st, 2024. But also, as he's getting up there in age, Joe Biden is going to pass away at some point, right? I'm not wishing that on him or anything like that, but this is the reality. He's going to pass away sometime. And before he goes, he's made the decision to make sure that his son doesn't have to face any legal repercussions for the things that he's done in a 10-year time period. So, like I said, as a father, I understand. And as a U.S. citizen, I understand. The people that are closest to you receive opportunities that other people don't receive. That's nepotism. We're used to that. We know that story all too well. Whether it was earlier this year, we were talking about LeBron and his son being able to go to the league, or we're talking about President Joe Biden pardoning his son. We know this game all too well. The haves and the have-nots. The haves, they give their friends and their family and their associates opportunities. And the rest of us, the have-nots, we just suffer the repercussions of the everyday struggle. And it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. I strap my boots up every morning. I go to work. I come home. And when I have time, I make these videos and I have fun making them. And this, life is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. But we have to be cognizant of the reality, because the reality is life ain't fair. That's something my mom always told me growing up. Life ain't fair. So some people have opportunities that you don't have, and you might have some opportunities other people don't have. So, in a way, it all balances out. You may not have the money and the power and the resources to pardon your son or get your son in the NBA or some other sort of incentive that you would like, but you may have advantages that somebody in your community doesn't have. So this is America. This is the way the game is played. I think that Joe Biden knew that this would hurt his political career, his 40-year career, 50-year career. Having an exit strategy of pardoning your son before you're out the door, he knew that would have some sort of impact on his legacy. And for that reason, he went and set a record for commuting sentences and pardoning the most people that have ever been pardoned by a president, 1,500 people. This article from NBC tells us Joe Biden's clemency and pardon list includes former elected officials, lawyers, and medical bill company owner. So let's take a look at who Joe Biden pardoned in addition to his son. A county commissioner who was convicted of nearly $500,000 worth of bribes, including a Stonefire pizza oven, a tax attorney wrapped up in the biggest tax fraud prosecution ever, and the owner of a Detroit area Metro Medicare billing company who orchestrated a $26 million Medicare fraud. These are some of the people that Joe Biden has pardoned. Now, what we notice here these are all nonviolent offenses. Further down the article, they go on to explain that he's pardoning people for drug-related offenses, which we applaud. Congratulations to those people, and thank you, Joe Biden. If you've been around this channel for any length of time, then you've heard me say that I don't believe the government should tell you what you can do to your body. So to the drug users, if that's what you want to do, then that's your choice. We already have laws that constitute if you do violence to somebody else, or if you step out of quote unquote line, you're drinking and driving, you cause a crash. We have laws for that already. We could just add on an additional identifier for doing it under the influence, which we have. So we don't need drug related offenses or the government telling us what we could do with our body. So for the people that have had their sentences commuted or been pardoned for nonviolent drug related offenses, that's something that I absolutely agree with. I think that's a step in the right direction. I think that at some point the government should legalize, at least weed. Not that I smoke, but, for the people that do. I think part of the reason that he's commuting all of these sentences and giving people pardons is a cover up for what he did with his son. Yes, it's not uncommon for presidents to give pardons and grant clemency. But 1,500 people, he's setting a record because he wants to wash away the stain of what he did with his son after he said that he wouldn't do it. But like I said, I'm not surprised. As a father and as an American, I would do the same for my children if I had the opportunity, if I needed, if we were in a situation where my power and my resources could give them an upper hand, I would do it. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think. And if you like the video, subscribe to meet me back here for the next conversation. And if you have thoughts, if you are pardon your kids, or if you agree or disagree with Joe Biden, let me know. This is the place for discourse. Till next time. Peace.